Oh yeah, Dead Sexy returns. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, peep this out. It's your boy Ian K, and you know what? It is finally over. The drought is over. The heavens have opened. It has rained zombies upon us once again. The return of The Walking Dead, February 9th. A very solid episode. Definitely not what I expected, but considering the fallout from the season finale just a couple of short months ago, it's pretty obvious we're definitely in for a very nice back half of season 4, returning last night with an episode titled After. Very, very solid. Focused primarily on Rick Grimes, along with his son Carl, and of course Michonne in there as well. How sad was it to open up with the fallout of what had happened at that season finale? Spoiler alert, in case you guys haven't seen it, the prison was blown to... It was nuts. Absolutely nuts. Very sad to see Herschel in the sad state of affairs that he was in when we picked up this episode. His head basically laying there, separated from his body, and of course he was changed into a zombie. Michonne had to do what she had to do, but that wasn't before she actually had to take care of a couple of zombies herself. Did you guys love the return of her 2 walking sidekicks behind her on the ropes right over there? I thought that was very, very cool. Very good throwback to the introduction of that character way back at the beginning of, actually the end of season 2, when she actually encountered Andrea in the forest there. Very, very sad overall, but obviously we pick up shortly after the crazy events of that season, of season 3. Rick and Carl are basically on their own as everyone is separated. We don't know what's happening with everybody else until next week, but we'll find that out then. But very sad to see. Episode focused primarily on Carl and Rick, basically just trying to survive initially after that fallout there. Carl basically getting into it with his dad. He finally let it all out in terms of what he needed to do. He basically felt like he didn't need his father to protect him any longer. He wanted to dispatch people the way that he needed to. Very, very awesome to see the growth of that actor who does play Carl. Is very, 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 very well done, I gotta say. I can't say it enough. Very solid episode for him. But the makeup job on Andrew Lincoln, insane in terms of the beat up that freaking Rick took last season right there at the hands of the governor, who obviously we did see has been killed. We saw him at the very beginning of this episode laying there, completely gone. So Carl and Rick obviously hole up inside of a house. They basically get supplies and they find some things along the way, but clearly there's some really good standout moments here in terms of zombies jumping out, trying to escape there. And there are some scenes obviously where Carl does get into it with some of those zombies, and eventually we do see by the end of that episode that he does need his father still. He is still very much a child living in a world that has gone completely mad. He can't do it all by himself clearly there. So I don't know about you guys, but I thought Rick was pretty much history on that couch. It looks like he was beat up so badly, could have been a concussion. He was passed out. We thought he was gone. But that conversation that Carl had with Rick regarding all the animosity that he had about trying to be a farmer at the prison, basically just not doing what he needed to do, letting people down, not being the leader that everybody knew Rick is, but he didn't step up to the plate. A lot of soul searching on the part of Carl in this episode, and by the end of that episode, I think we have a little bit more of a camaraderie between the two again. I think that relationship is going to build, but very, very well done overall there. Great standout moment from Michonne also. We did get a little flashback sequence to see exactly some of the tragedy that befell her, I should say, early on. We're going to probably learn more about that as well, that little child that she had as well too there, and obviously what looked like her brother and her boyfriend sitting at the table, and then eventually you saw them kind of decompose in. Obviously you can tell that was a dream sequence, but very well done. An absolutely amazing sequence in the forest with Michonne walking with her 2 walkers, that ultimate zombie repellent. Very traumatic scene watching her walk amongst the walkers with those 2 zombies and seeing someone that very well could have been her standing next to her. Eventually she looked over, kept seeing the same person, and she just absolutely lost it, sliced everybody's head off with that as well. You can tell she's going through some crazy things with everything that she's been through obviously there, and the loss of people very, very close to her. Very, very clearly you can see this is a very damaged character, and we're definitely going to learn more about that as time goes by. So a little bit more of a subdued, slower paced episode considering what went on actually at the end of season 3. Walking Dead is known to have some amazing set pieces throughout there, but obviously they save the really big stuff towards the end for the finales. So very, very, very nicely done for this episode. Special effects, of course, the zombie effects off the chain. Again, showrunner Scott Gimple doing what he does best with his team and definitely lighting up the special effects. A lot of good jump out moments. Carl inside the house going at it with that one zombie busting through the door as well. There's a lot of great sequences that are in this as well. But again, it is awesome to see the return of The Walking Dead on the air again. AMC definitely clearing up the drought that we were all feeling. For the last few months, it seemed like forever for this show to come back there. So again, looking forward to a very solid back half of the season. I'm looking forward to some amazing sequences coming up there as well. And the introduction of some major characters from the comic book. We're going to see what they do with them as time goes by. Guys, sound off time. It is time for you to drop those comments down below. Let me know how excited you are regarding the return of The Walking Dead. Is it everything the episode was expected to be for you? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? I thought it was a little slower paced, but I definitely enjoyed the overall dramatics of the characters. The action was pretty solid for what was in there as well. Drop some comments and let me know what you think. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe to Peep This Out. Tell all the peeps that you know about this channel. There's a lot of great content there. Obviously, we've got, aside from the Walking Dead talkbacks, tech reviews, movie reviews, food reviews, all the fun stuff in between there. So we definitely want to keep the subscriber base going, and I greatly appreciate the support from each and every one of you guys for sure. This has been your boy Ian K for Peep This Out, lighting up this week's talkback of The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 9. We will talk to you guys next time. Stay frosty.